Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also, you need to turn off the water to the refrigerator. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the water filter head and housing in a Samsung refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a Phillips and a flathead screwdrivers in a 12mm range. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new water filter head and housing. The water filter head is located at the fresh food compartment at the bottom on the right. It allows for easy water filter replacement and for storage of chilled water before it's being displaced. There are a few reasons for the water filter head with housing to be replaced. If it cracks, causing leaks, if the filter won't stay locked in, or if water won't pass through the filter head. In order to get to the part, we need to open the fresh food door. We will start with removing shelves. Let's remove the drawers. To remove the filter, we're going to turn it counterclockwise until it pops out, and then we can just pull it out. Do not turn the filter upside down because that could be water spilling out of it. To remove the filter head and housing, we're going to take this Phillips screw out and lift it up a little bit, and we can slide it to the side to expose the water lines. Next, we're going to open the freezer door and then get down and remove the toe panel. We're going to take out 3 Phillips screws. And remove the toe panel. Let's place the towel underneath of those 2 couplings. And now we're going to disconnect these 2 water lines from the couplings. I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver. I'm going to pry off these safety caps. 1 and the 2. And then I'm going to push in the locking collar here and pull on the tube. Same thing here. I'm going to press in the locking collar and pull on the tube. Then I'm going to remove those both caps. To get to the part, we need to remove the access panel. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Phillips screws. Be patient. Tilt it back and pull it up to disengage it from this 1, 2, and 3 tabs at the bottom. Before proceeding, you may want to check the condition of your condenser coils and vacuum them if needed. Before going to disassembling the water lines, I would suggest to take a picture so we can see the order in which the lines are attached. Snap a picture, and now we can take it apart. We're going to start with taking out this Phillips screw and removal of the cover here. Screw it out, pull it out, and take it out that little slot here and the tab. That's what holds the cover in place. Move on to this bracket. Again, 1 Phillips screw is out. And we can take the bracket off and remove this tubing. I'm going to peel the tape off, and then I'm going to take these 2 brackets out. Each of them is held in place by the single Phillips screw. Now we can take the bracket off. Next step would be using a 12mm wrench. Unscrew this nut, turning it counterclockwise. That is a inlet line from the water filter into the water inlet valve. Lift it up and then pull the line out of the water valve. Okay. Then we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver and take this mounting screw out and pull the water inlet valve. I'm going to open this holder and remove these two lines out. So we're going to free the water valve. At this point, we're going to place the towel on the floor under the water valve. Open this holder and remove this bracket off the water valve so we can easily remove the tubings. Alright, so now we're going to take out these two black locking rings. Gonna pull it out. And this I'm gonna push off. I'm gonna use my two fingers. Push it over and then we can pull it out. And then press that collar in and pull the tube out. Some water will come out. So again, push the collar in and pull the tube out. I'm going to leave the water valve hanging down there and remove this protective tubing. And the last thing, before we go to the front and pull out the assembly, I'm going to remove this nut. And now we're going to pull out the old water filter head and housing. And I'm going to pull out the old water lines. Okay. This is the old water filter head with housing next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. And now it's time to install the new water filter head and housing. We're going to start with putting these 4 tubes into this opening in the back. Alright, now I'm going to turn it over and insert these 2 water tubes into the opening in the bottom. And if no miracle is going to happen, these tubes should come out from the front. I'm going to put this under, and this cutout should fit over this roller here. And we're going to secure this to the cabinet with a single Phillips screw. And as long as we're here, we're going to put the filter back in. Slide it in and then turn it clockwise and push in. And it's locked. See, this arrow goes up vertical against this arrow on the top. So we can connect these 2 water lines to the couplings. One is going for the water fountain, and another one is going to the ice maker. So we're gonna take this safety caps off, and then we're gonna slide on this caps on. And push this line into the coupling all the way in. You see that black line? That's what has to be right inside there. And I'm going to slide the cap on. And repeat the same thing. Push it in. until the black line disappears, and slide the cap on. Take out this towel. Alright, so we're going to grab all these 4 water lines, bring it closer here, and I'm going to explain you which one is 4. So we have a thin white, which is your supply line that supplies water to the fridge from the outlet. Then this blue one goes from the filter down to the water inlet valve. And this one goes from the water inlet valve to the ice maker. And this one, the thick white, goes to your drinking water fountain up in the door. Okay, so let's connect them all. You can refer to the picture that we took earlier and place them into the bracket. So I'm going to secure it with the Phillips screw to the cabinet. And then I'm going to put this cover back on. And slide this tab into the cutout. And it's present 2 and 2. And we're going to put Phillips screw in there to secure that cover to the cabinet. I'm going to tape the water inlet line to the fridge for the time being, out of the way. And we can proceed with the installation as 3 lines. We're going to start with removing the safety caps from the end of the line. Only one left here, so we're going to put in a security tube that's preserve it from breaking when it's bent. And the second one, and pull out the water valve, and we're going to insert, and we're going to install this holder first. Place it in, snap it on, and now we're going to install this orange one into the smaller opening. Remember that pushing all the way in until the black line disappears. Then we're going to do the same thing with the white. All right. Then we're going to install the locking collars here. Slide it in. So what it does, it's not allowing the water inlet valve collar to get pushed in accidentally, so it won't get out. Okay, now we're going to lock this holder. Slide this tubing up. So the next step would be securing this water lines to the cabinet. I'm going to put this double one first. And using a Phillips screw, we're going to secure it to the cabinet. And the second one, we're going to secure the blue and the orange. To mount the water inlet valve back on, we need to install this little pad over there in that opening here, and this tab goes in this opening. So I'm going to slide this one over and push this one in. Hold it. And we're going to secure it with the Phillips screw. Alright. Then we're going to put this water lines into the holder. Sliding the nut over the blue hose. Keep it a little higher. Then we're going to place this over the inlet. Push it down hard. It has to go all the way down. Then we're going to slide the nut down and start the thread manually, turning it clockwise. And then I'm going to use a 12mm wrench to tighten it. All right, don't over tighten it. As soon as it stops, don't tighten anymore. After we're done with all the tubing connecting, plug the fridge in, open the water, and check if there are any leaks. After you made sure there's no water leaks, we can install the toe panel and the rear access panel. And it should cover all the water lines here. And then secure it with 3 Phillips screws. Alright, so yeah, we can tape it down so it won't hang around. And now the rear access panel. So lock these 3 hinges over these 3 tabs at the bottom, and then we can secure it with the Phillips screws. And the chilled room shelf goes back in, and all the drawers. And let's put the shelves back in. Now we can close the door. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.